Welcome to Hook to Knot. I am back with another scrap yarn project. In this video tutorial, I am going to show you how to make wind spinner. We need scrap yarn for this project. So yarn in any and many colors, as many as you have. Wind spinner is basically coil-like structure, and how it can be created is whatever we have started as a one stitch in the row number 1 should start having more number of stitches as it grows. If you have watched my video tutorial for scrunchies, you will understand how the coil is formed. So let's get started. For making wind spinner, what we need is scrap yarn in 3 or 4 colors, whatever is available to you. I am going to use 3.5 mm hook for the project, but I am also using 4 mm hook just for starting chains. Then I need pair of scissors and a darning needle. So this bigger size hook we are going to use only for making starting chains. The moment we start working, we will shift to the smaller. This is because picking up stitches on the first line is little tricky. So when you have chain with one size bigger hook, picking up loops becomes easy. So step number 1, chain 40 with the bigger size hook. So 4 mm hook, 40 chains. First we are starting with creating the loop for hanging this wind spinner. After we are done with 40 chains, I am going to use the regular hook. In the second chain from the hook, in the back bump, I am going to start making line of single crochet. Now if you hold the chain properly, the back bump pops out. See how easy it is to pick up the stitches. Again I am going to change the hook, coming back to 4 mm. I will chain 100 and come back to the same space doing line of single crochet. See, this is going to fold and make a starting loop or loop for hanging the wind spinner. Now here onwards the work for the wind spinner starts. So chain 100 and in the second chain from the hook start doing line of single crochet with 3.5 mm. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now start doing 2 DCs in each of the single crochet. Having more stitches in the previous line will create a ruffle. This line is 2 DC on each single crochet in the color number 1 only. I'm not changing color. If you want, you can change colors also. As I am adding more number of stitches, see the ruffle has started to form. After doing 2 DCs in the last single crochet, pull up the loop and cut the yarn. Now we will change the color for next line. See how it is ruffling. Now when I will add more stitches, it will start coiling. Color number 2, make a moving knot. Join the yarn on the top of very first DC. First stitch is always with shorter tail or tail that you will weave in. I am going to make chain 2 and this will be counted as first DC. I am going to make 2 more DCs, that is I am going to make a granny stitch, cluster of 3 DCs, chain 1, and I will skip one in the next space. I am going to do next cluster. So line number 3 is cluster of 3 DCs, chain 1, skip 1, and again next cluster. This is how our work will start looking. See how my work is coiling. Now I am closer to the end. What I need to do is I need to weave in this red yarn before I come to finishing place. What I am doing is just pulling through the back loop of DC, just weaving in this end as long as I can. And my work will come on this, so the end is already secured. See, I have weaved in end. Now I'll finish this line. Chain 1, and I am not going to do 3 DC. I am just going to do 1 DC. Pull up a loop and cut the yarn. Now next line we start with same side, so again I will weave in if we weave in simultaneously while at work, later on our efforts are saved. Next line, next color. I'm going to use yellow color now. Make a moving knot. Start at the corner or the very first DC or on the top of the chain 3 that we had made. Again chain 3, This will be counted as your first DC. I will have 3 more DCs in the same space. It means this time I'm going to have cluster of 4 DCs. Chain 1. I'll directly move to the space between 2 clusters in the previous row. Now the work is very simple. Chain 1, skip the cluster in the chain 1 space, directly make 4 DCs. Chain 1, skip 1 cluster, go in the chain 1 space, make 4 DCs. Before we start working on the last line, it's always better to secure the loop. Just add as many stitches as you can to give the strength to the joint and weave in the rest of the material. I'm done and I'll snip off remaining part of it. Now one last time I will join the last color, make a moving knot, join on the top of chain 3 or the very first DC, first stitch always with the shorter tail, chain 3. Now make cluster of 5 DCs. So for this line we are making cluster of 5 DCs, so add 4 more DCs in the same space. Chain 1, directly go to the next space between the clusters. Here we will make 5 DCs. Chain 1 and jump to the next space. I will complete this line and weave in all the ends. So we started with single crochet, 2 DCs in the same stitch, 3 DCs, 4 DCs and 5 DCs. For the end portion, I have used whatever was available with me. So some beads, when I don't want to use beads, I have created a crochet motif. I don't make it single, I use two and stitch them together. It gives little thickness. See, if your wind spinner has some weight at the end, it spins very beautifully. That's why I have added this heavy bead or this crochet motif. For this wind spinner, I have created a tail like this. So one tassel, some plastic beads, a motif, and again some plastic beads. See, I have created two sides, put little stuffing in between and kept it ready. Once I am done with weaving in threads, I will attach it. I am done with this line. Now first I will weave in the ends. See, other ends are already weaved in while working itself. Now only thing remaining is to attach the tail. For this particular wind spinner, what I have done is made a tassel, made a small granny circle, stuffed in little bit of pieces, yarn pieces, and now I will just attach it to the end. I am going to make 2-3 knots where I joined it. I am coming back till the center motif and I am going to weave in remaining part of my yarn in this granny circle. I'm done with the wind spinner. Now I just coil it properly. It looks very beautiful when it starts spinning with the wind. You can make it as long as you want and in all combinations. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel Hook to Knot.